Alright, welcome back everybody to VDVRE Arcade. Today I'm going to be doing a semi-review playthrough with the Gunstock and a review of how a Gunstock with this game works and basically how a treadmill works with it and how the haptics work with it. So my review is going to be slightly different, oriented differently than what your standard review is, where people talk about, the graphics and how many levels and how hard are the monsters and how many there are and how repetitive it is and all the other stuff that people either complain or don't complain about or don't like or whatnot. I might mention stuff like that along the way, but my focus is mainly just how does it function with the treadmill? How does it work with the gun stock? Do the guns feel good? Do they have settings? Does the haptics work well? How does it feel? Does the what do you have to do to make it work? Is it easy setup or not? Well, I came in here earlier and so that I could kind of get some of that pre-information and discuss it in this intro before I go in and show gameplay and play a little bit with the gun stock to show you how it works with everything that we're using. Now, I'm sure most of you can visualize generally, but for people that don't have it or for people that don't know, that's what most of this is for. It's for the people who aren't as informed as the people who are the hardcore that kind of already know, So with the options, ultimately what I'm going to be doing is with the weapons, I'm going to be playing with the aim smoothing off. The gun reloading, I don't know what the difference between authentic and manual is. It seems like you do the exact same thing. Press the square button to eject it, grab one from your hip, put it in, cock it, you're ready to go. I don't understand what the difference is because there's no difference when you switch it. But I'll keep it on authentic. Alright. Movement. The other thing with movement, and I have, is tracking smoothing is off. Now, because the tracking smoothing, higher values result in steadier but less responsive movement. And you can totally see that. So let's go with my hands. Let's see, do I have a gun? Yeah, okay. So you can see I'm going to grab the machine gun instead. So you see my hands, it's off, and I don't know if you can see that, but when I'm moving pretty quick, the gun's moving pretty quick with me. But when we turn that on, let's put it on high, and then we go, let's grab the gun and do it. Now, you see how it floats a little bit? At least it feels like it's floating to me. It doesn't feel like it moves as fast as I'm moving it in the screen. It feels like there's a slight delay, and maybe you can't see it, but I can tell you that it does feel different when you do have it. Yeah, it definitely feels different. It feels like it lags. I definitely like it with it off myself if I'm using a gun stock. Now, if you're not using a gun stock, and I know a majority of people probably aren't, that might be something you want on. Same with the aim smoothing. Those two things might help make it easier to aim your bead faster. But I'm going to play with a gun stock because I prefer playing that way. And I have one. So that's basically the two main things in the menu. The rest of the stuff is pretty straightforward. The one thing I would say about haptics is because this game has native haptics, none of this would matter with native haptics. But if you're using audio to haptics, then this stuff starts to play a role a little bit because audio haptics are all based on the audio. So the levels of certain stuff is going to play a role on what you do. Now I have a Woozer V3 sitting right over here. You can probably see it to the side here. And I use that for certain games. It's really good for like music style games. It's hard to tell the difference, but I'll probably do a review on the haptics in another video. We'll go into it more on what the differences are and why they're better. But that picks up all sound. So the reason why I say this is important is your voice volume, for instance. You don't want your haptic vest to be vibrating because somebody's talking to you. That's kind of cheesy. You don't want that. So you got to turn that down a little bit. Not so quiet to where you can't hear it, but not enough, because if it's high enough, it's overbearing And you don't want that. You want all the subtle sounds. So what I generally do when I'm using audio haptics, if that's you, if you only have an audio haptics jacket and you're using this, my input as someone who's been using haptic vests for 3-4 years now, I would say lower your music volume down a little bit and lower your voice volume down a little bit. And I'm not sure in the voice chat volume how much that would affect it. I've played with a buddy of mine. We both have vests, and I don't think that's ever been a problem. It's more been the in-game sounds that you're dealing with. But every game's different, so I can't say that with this. But that would be the only other thing that I would really say that you need to, that's important in here. Visuals, of course, how beefy is your system, on how much you're going to run it. If you have a beefy system, you can run it on highest settings, whatever. So that all depends there. The rest of it, controls, you know what that is, so I don't need to go into accessibility. Basically, just is all this stuff. So we'll go here, and then let's start. Let's go back into. Let's go to campaign and a call to arms. And you can see I kind of went in here and I was just tooling around just so I could get a kind of a feel. Since I wanted to do a slight review, I didn't want to go into it totally blind. I wanted to have some idea of how this game functioned and worked, so as I'm showing you, I can discuss it in an intelligent manner, per se, not just being like, oh, I didn't know that, this and that, and figuring it out, which is not bad, but to save time and to be more direct, So anyways, I didn't do the greatest. This isn't the quickest time. I didn't get anything. I didn't really do anything because I was just goofing around. Mainly wasn't even really trying to play. I was just walking around and messing around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the first 2 chapters on this Call to Arms and beat this Call to Arms, and that at the end I will give a synopsis of what I think with everything. I will give comments of what I think along the way. Won't be heavy commentary, but there will be some. I'll be playing, and at the end, I will give a synopsis of what I think after the first board with all the gameplay and how I think it benefits or doesn't benefit you. And then maybe I'll add a chart towards the end to give my rankings. And then I'll start with newer games that come out. I'll start doing reviews on how this stuff all works. And maybe we'll have another style of review that can help people as we move into the future and this tech becomes cheaper, more available, more integrated, because this information is going to start to become important, I think, for the users. It's still early, but hey, never too soon to get started on something that's going to help us in the long run, us VR users. At any rate, let's start this mission. Yep, I know I'm at a checkpoint.
It began as a routine mission. Our squad leader, ex-Wehrmacht Commander Hermann Wolf, had been dispatched to investigate odd activity around Nuremberg. The dead were acting even more strangely than usual, as if they were drawn to something close to the city. Herr Wolf suspected something out of the ordinary was taking place and sent for a dead hunter to help out in case something went sideways.
Just the dead hunter I'm looking for. I'm Captain Hermann Wolf, and I need your help to find out what has the dead so restless. It has been some time since you've seen action, yeah? Come, let's get you back up to speed. Downstairs you will find our shooting range. Take these precious moments to practice if you're rusty.
Yeah, well, I'm a veteran, so smooth, definitely. Yep, okay, I don't need that, because guess what? I am walking with this. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a couple adjustments, and that's what you're seeing right now is I'm just going, I'm doing a direct calibration. Unintentional lock-in accuracy is good. Walking speed low. Let's go to game input. I think everything's good there. So, let's go down and see, I don't have to sprint pressing a button. See, I can just run, which is nice. And it feels pretty good. Alright, let's see. Handgun, we don't need the rifle. So, keep firing until it's empty. what's up with your pot for a helmet? That pot shouldn't be that tough. Let's get the bird. Come on, man. Well, I don't know. How accurate is this? You can't put two hands on this, and then if you have your hand too close, it does that. So you can only shoot with one hand, man. I'm telling you, I'm lined up right on his head, and it's not even hitting him. Not even hitting him. So I don't know. How accurate is the actual gun game? What the heck? Wow. Headshot on that one. Headshot and last bullet. Oh, you get a point for the last bullet, huh? You trying to eat the bird? Let's kill this last zombie and the bird. Yeah, I saw a review where somebody said the sights are kind of tough. And I agree. This sight right here should have, like, something, you know, because it's really hard to see. I get the whole, it's zombie world, it's World War II, it's dirty, it's gritty, it's old, but, you know, at the end of the day, that's kind of hard to see and line up. But maybe they want that way, so that it adds to the craziness of this game. Alright, so now we get a rifle. Alright, so now it's time to use the Gunstock. And, man, yeah, this feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Hold on, I got it. Ah, see? It doesn't let me. Hang it. Let's see. Yeah, it's too hard to... I don't know, it feels pretty good. It feels like I'm aiming where I'm holding it. Feels like I'm aiming where I'm holding. I can't tell. Normally you can hold the gun with the hand like this and it keeps it straight and you can lift and get an idea of how flat and everything. If you're really off, if you really need to. But with this game, for some reason, if you let the one hand go, you know, I guess with this one you can, let's see that pulls it down. So if I hold this straight like this, I'm sure I'm pointing way down, you know. But when you grab and you hold, now I feel like I'm flat. So for the most part, it feels pretty good. I can't tell how off you are, you know, if you are at all. Until I watch this video back, I won't know. But let's at least fire it and see how it feels.
I'm waiting outside for you. We've got Dead to kill.
Yeah, I don't know. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. What's up here? It's all hung up. Time to go. Alright. Let's get going.
Come find me outside.
Come find you outside? No problem. Yeah, see, the first time I came out here, I was all creeping slow, didn't know if there'd be a zombie. There's no zombies except for a zombie rat. There's some birds to shoot.
Guten Morgen. Let's begin. My company was sent here to check out reports of strange undead activity in the area. Quickly, we realized something most strange was happening. We sent out patrols, but none of them came back. This farm is now a refugee camp. The dead own the villages in this area. We have tried to keep the people safe, but we can only do so much. That's where you come in, Dead Hunter. I need someone to find out what the hell is going on, and I'm informed you are the best for the job. That will buy us time to evacuate this camp and keep the civilians safe. Ein Moment. Yeah? Apologies to cut this briefing short, Dead Hunter. Reports of the dead sighted near the gates. They have been more active of late. Most concerning.
Take out the zombies. All right.
A chance for practice on some live targets. Send our unwelcome guests back to hell.
So with the sniper, because I was playing around with it, if you press the A button, it zooms in, and you can almost snipe without even using this thing. Now, one of the cool things with the haptics in the native is when you do scope in and then you press this button, you get a heartbeat that wraps around you. You feel it kind of wrapping around your lower body, and it's pretty cool when you're zoomed that in. So that's one of the cool things about having native haptics. So I feel that right now. And then you got the cool kill cam. Bam! Blasted, dude. Now, one of the things that I noticed to this gun versus in Sniper Elite that's a little different is it doesn't go right into the scope in Sniper Elite. You know, and this doesn't lose. Sniper Elite felt like it was a little goofy, but I think I had the weird slow, steady hand stuff on. So let's see. I'm gonna shoot him without the breath. Oh, I gotta reload. Duh. Yeah, that definitely makes it a whole lot easier to shoot him zoomed in. Now I don't think I'm gonna get the headshot thing. Oh, because I think to get the headshot one, you gotta kill the guys in the pit with the headshot or at the firing range, and then you can. See, huh? Did I? Challenge completed. I did get it.
What you need from the resupply point, then return to me.
I didn't think I'd get it. They did give it to me. Yay. Snazzy. So let's shoot. Let's see. I'm gonna shoot that bird. What's up? What's going on? Look, this thing keeps dropping it. I'm like, what's up? Murder of crows. Let's shoot that one. Oh dear. And then there was the one really far over here. I don't even know if you can see it. I heard it. Where is the bird over there? Well, let's see if I can even see it. No. Once you get too far, it's just the abyss. You have to get closer. Yep, that's VR for you. One of the things they do to hide the lack of power to run VR properly is all that mist in the background. So you ain't got to render any of that stuff. Says it's unlimited here. Got an infinite symbol, and then when you get into the game, it's not infinite anymore. Let's see, open this up. Satchel. Alright, let's. Oh. Yes.
Return to me, and I'll finish your briefing.
Yeah, see, that's the bird I wanted to shoot. Did I see him from there? I couldn't see him. Maybe I didn't look good enough. Let's see, this thing over here.
That's enough practice, Dead Hunter. It's time to get you into the field. You're going to Dechenwald, an abandoned military garrison 10 kilometers from our location. Keep your eyes out for anything that will tell us what the dead are up to. Edie and I will keep in touch via the radio while you're in the field. Time to head out, Dead Hunter. I wish you luck, my friend.
Now, for me, I don't know about other people, but one of the things I wish they had and they would like them to add to this game would be, see, it seems, unless I haven't come across it, but I don't see anything in any of the menus, swapping this versus this. I don't know. I would rather have this over my shoulder because I'm right-handed than have the sniper. I'd rather have the sniper over here because it's something I'm not going to use as often, I don't think. Because if you're getting rushed by a group of zombies, that sniper rifle ain't helping none. Tell you that right now. You're not doing a whole lot with the sniper rifle. So that's, you'd want quicker access to this, unless you're left-handed. Now, if you're left-handed, going like this is good for you. You know, so it would be fine for you if you're left-handed, but they should give the option to be able to swap from shoulder to shoulder. That's one thing that I've noticed with my little goofing around. And any more comfort options, yep. Now, I didn't walk around and look and try and find any of this stuff, you know. I suppose you could walk all around to see, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave that for everybody else to discover. I'm just trying to show you the game. And let's see, how is this spun on here? Good. Alright, well, let's go. Let's see what we got going here. This tutorial level is pretty much, that's it. That's hilarious because I did way better. The first time through, I was 30 seconds faster and my accuracy was like 70%. Whatever. But I did rank up to level 3, so I got more experience points, I think, this time. I don't know. I'm surprised that took 15 minutes. Must just take that much time regardless, roughly, because they make you go through all that stuff. I mean, let's see. Let's continue.
We dispatched the dead hunter to the abandoned garrison in the hope that they'd find out what the hell was going on in that area. I didn't know what kind of trouble we'd find there, but Herwolf and I were sure that whatever the dead were up to, that place had something to do with it. A pleasure to be working with you, Dead Hunter. I'm Edie, and I'm here to help survivors like you. We're tracking your location. How? Just a little device of my own invention. This is where the dead have been most active. It used to be an old Nazi garrison, but it's been abandoned since Hitler raised his unholy army.
So basically,
Strange. They seem almost organized.
But we sent Hitler to hell. Is something else guiding them?
Bah, we'll not learn anything hiding in here. Get out there and see what's going on.
so it looks like all you can have is 120 rounds, regardless of how much extra they give you. Like right here, look at, I've got more than 120 rounds there. You know, these are worth 5 rounds apiece, these are worth 30 rounds apiece, and those are worth 7 rounds apiece. And you've got more. You can only have 3 clips of everything, so they limit what you have with this game. Now, I thought, I've never played a zombie army game. This is my first zombie army game ever. I tend not to play zombie shooters a lot. I kind of stick to Resident Evil because I grew up on Resident Evil. I remember playing the very first one when it came out way back on the PlayStation. So Resident Evils I tend to still jam on, you know, especially since they made them VR. But outside of that, I'm not really, I'm more of a sci-fi action shooter kind of guy than a horror style person, jump scary. You know, I play this stuff from time to time if it's good. You know, I've played some Dead Space and stuff like that, but that's got the sci-fi bent, you know. So I've never played this, and I thought originally that, you know, you'd be able to just pick whatever gun you want because you got them all, right? You've got this one, you got this one right at the back. And if you like to play with the handgun and the melee, you can rock that. Or if you like to just play with the machine gun, you can rock that. But what I found when I was messing around before I started this video to do this review, I found that you are going to be forced to use everything, I think. I don't think they're going to be able to, you're just going to be able to stick to one type of weapon because there's just not enough ammo. If you could carry like 300-400 rounds of ammo, then yeah, you definitely probably could just play with one type of weapon. But because they only let you carry 3 clips, and some of these mobs take a whole lot to kill. I'll be honest, from what my little experience of killing mobs, because I went a little bit farther than where I am right now, my experience of killing the mobs, it's almost easier to do it with melee than it is with guns. Because some melee, dude, you just kill them in one hit and they're done. Where with guns, you gotta hit them with a bunch of bullets per se. I wonder, can you pull this shovel off of here? Oh, no, you can't. That would be a cool thing if you could take that shovel off there and use that as like a thing to jack dudes with. So, they let you get some grenade action going.
You know what to do. Pull the pin and let them have it.
Now, you can also do a left trigger, right trigger arc, and to do it. So you can either throw a grenade the way I just did it, which I suck at, or you can do it like this, and it gives you a little more precision. There you go. And I just blew up all 5 dudes at once.
There's a communications bunker at the top of the hill. If there's anything useful to be found in this place, it will be there.
Alright, infiltrate the base. Now I'm going to carry this with me. And let's see. I think I'm going to do that. I still got all my ammo. Alright. through this gate.
Mein Gott, what has happened to this place? My family and I used to holiday near here.
Ah, too far away. So, well, there you go. You just saw about how far you can throw those grenades. So I'm gonna grab melees because it conserves bullets, and you can come in jacking dudes. This one's real nice. This one's okay. This one's real good though. And you'll see what I mean. You just come right up. Watch, he'll come at you. Oh, one hit, and there's his head, dead, just like that, gone. You know what I mean? That, now, I wish you could take that shovel off. That'd be cool. So let's go up here. See, here's a couple other dudes. So we just jack these dudes real quick, like. Come on, zombie. Oh. Oh. The weapons do break fast, though. I will say that. I wish you could put your weapons in the satchel like that so you could stash these for later, but apparently it doesn't let you. Up. Now, how did the zombie come behind me? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. This game might be way better with co-op. Suck. See, now that one's gone. That's right. What you got? Ooh, you see that? Blasted him and blasted him. That was awesome. Oh, that was awesome. So there's still a couple dudes. I got one more whack. I think you get one more whack when it flashes red. I got one more whack with this. Ooh, I got him.
You're going to gain access to the main comms bunker. Keep going. See if you can find a way inside. Hold on. Let me check the schematics. Ah, yes. On your current path, you should pass through a maintenance area. On the other side, you'll find the entrance to the comms bunker across a small courtyard.
Alright, so I gotta go into the menu real quick. Let's go into options and comfort, camera shake, belt height, belt angle. Yeah, because I just can't see it where I had it, man. It's stupid. So, alright, let's resume. Apply changes, yeah. I guess I like that, the fact that you can change that in the middle of the game and not die. I like that part. That makes it easier to see now. Easier to grab everything, I guess, for me than having it more on the side like it would be. Just because the problem is when you spin your head, see what it does? It turns, so when you have it too open wide, it wants to turn, and then you can't see it, and it's behind you. And if you noticed, I was missing clips, trying to grab clips, and I wasn't getting clips. Well, I mean, that's a death sentence. What is up with this? What is up with this? It's like, you give me all the freaking stupid ammo that I need. I don't need any of that ammo. There's more. Oh, there. Well, that was nice. At least I got 30 rounds there. Yeah, it doesn't let you have anything outside of that. Oh, another grenade though. I'll take that. Thank you. That'll be helpful. That will be helpful. All right. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not a big one for using grenades, but it's just. Oh, here's another grenade. That's awesome. I'll tell you. The one thing that so far in the little bit that I've played about this with this game that's kind of cool. Yeah, see, I don't even need that. One of the things that's kind of cool about this game is that they kind of do make you use a lot of different ways to actually get through, because I don't know, maybe I would have been able to kill all those guys with just my machine gun, but I don't know, man. 120 rounds, especially when it feels like it's semi kind of chaotic. There we go. There goes a big fat bunch of, let's see. Oh, see, and then here we go. Now, sledgehammer, I'm gonna be with this, and we're gonna rock the handgun is the way I like to rock it. And it's interesting when you hold the sledgehammer, as you hold it with the point, which I'm sure is far more damaging. That point going into your skull is gonna be far more damaging. Weapon skin unlocked. Oh, that's what that is? I didn't know that. I've seen a couple of these and I didn't know that. So just so people know, if you're new, those oil can, paint can looking things are skins. Man, there was one on the first board that I forgot that I saw and I didn't grab it. But whatever. That was fine. I better grab a... And I would recommend not wasting it, you know what I mean? Because the bullets are precious, in my opinion. From what little bit that I've seen, the bullets seem precious. So,
Are those things shooting back? That's an unwelcome development.
Death Hunter, if they're shooting back, it means they've got a leader.
Oh, you're gonna have a tough fight on your hands.
oh
No
shit.
choice but to carve your way through.
Let's see what's down here. Real quick. Oh, another grenade. Another grenade. And then a hammer. See, let's see, what do I got? I got 2 grenades already. Man, I want to keep this. Grab this grenade. Grenades are super nice for crowd control, and then I'm gonna go over here. See, I think the way this game is, it kind of makes you plan a little bit more instead of being run and gunner. I don't know, maybe you could be a run and gunner. One of these, load me up. All right. That's super nice. That's super nice. What do we got here? Got more rounds. Yeah, don't pick them up if you don't need them. Leave them there, because when you're running around scurrying, you're gonna need them. Ain't even worth wasting bullets shooting that thing either.
You should be nearing the center of the compound now. The main comms room is through a powered door on your left.
Oh, look at that. Another sledgehammer. I'm gonna go down here and check these dudes. Just. Oh. How do you. Oh. See, now I'm starting to die. So yeah, that was cool. What you get with the when you heal yourself, the feeling that you get is pretty cool. Let's see. I got a brick.
That's not helpful. Must have tripped a breaker somewhere. Check the maintenance area you passed through. See if you can find a switch to reset it.
Keep your wits about you, Death Hunter. Those monsters are better organized than a mindless threat.
Oh yeah. those are 9mm bullets. Alright, so this is all the farther I played to the first time, just to get a feel, and then I felt that I had enough of my feet wet to where I could actually start a video and kind of have a general idea of what's going on. So, oh, I better load up on my Gunstock ammo real quick. Alright. And you know it's stupid because I have 8 bullets in my gun. It only lets me have 20 here. You can see that. So it doesn't matter if you have extra one in your gun, it still only lets you have a certain amount of wet bullets. So you can have 28 handgun rounds, you can have 20 sniper rounds, and you can only have 120 other rounds for your machine gun. You know, it's like, come on.
My readings are off the charts. Horde incoming.
Please do try your hardest not to die, Dead Hunter. We're going to need every able body back at camp when you're finished.
Apparently, that's not as good. That brick sucks. Oh, oh no, really? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, really? I mean, what the hell, dude? How many zombies come here? I mean, what is going on? Holy crap, dude, and this is just normal? So many zombies, and the way you gotta play, it's chaotic. I mean, that's just bullshit. You know, I guess that's the way a zombie game would be. You know, in the real life zombie apocalypse, there'd be zombies everywhere, and it would be chaos, and you'd probably just get eaten. You know what I mean? But my God, what's that, like 10 times now? 10 times that I've reset, and I haven't been able to beat this once. I mean, how long? I mean, this video's freaking probably a couple hours now, and I haven't even gotten past the first board. And there's probably people that have videos having this thing beat in like 3 hours. And it just goes to show you. And that open door, and that open, the dudes come out of there. Boy. Well, after about the 50th time, I finally noticed that skull up there.
Off the charts. Horde incoming.
Please do try your hardest not to die, Dead Hunter. We're going to need to help your body back and carry you first.
They started them differently that time. Oh, shit.
Okay, get in there and search for that intel.
Oh, you gotta be
Hurry,
kidding me.
Dead Hunter. It's getting bad back here.
Oh, I finally beat that part. Holy Christ. Oh, I'll tell you, I didn't even use the sniper rifle once. I really wish that I could do this to get my gun. I hate the fact that I can't swap out this stupid sniper rifle. You know, I'll be honest, all this stuff will be reflected in the review. I'm not gonna dock this game for playing it the way it's not necessarily designed to play, with the treadmill and a Gunstock. It's not designed for that, so I'm not gonna dock it for that, but it is irritating that some of these things need to be changed, because I'm just not going to use that rifle that much. It just doesn't seem like something that can be very useful, because at the end of the day, you just saw what I went through. Tell me you're busting out a sniper rifle and running around getting people with that. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You know what?
Haste, Dead Hunter. We've just received word that a horde of the Dead Hunter is on the outskirts of the survivor camp. We need you back here soon.
Yay.
Quickly, grab anything that gives us some light in the packs. We need you back here before we overrun.
Oh, man. Let's see. Grab everything you can. Let's see. I mean, give me all the sniper ammo I need, dude, but I'm not even using sniper. I think these people have a hard on with the Sniper Elite game, kinda. It's like, really? What's going on here? Oh, there we go. I like these sledgehammers, pretty nice.
Detecting spikes of occult energy at your location.
Survive.
Get ready. I think you're in for a fight.
What the fuck? Oh! those dudes are hard to kill.
If you're still alive, we need you back here now with whatever you have.
Well, I'll tell you, having a health pack surely makes life a whole lot easier. Oh my God. Man. Boy. I'm still hurt though. Man. I have no handgun ammo at all. Oh, this. Really? My God, dude. I don't know, man. I think this game's hard. I think it's hard. I think there's too many zombies.
If you're still alive, we need you back here now with whatever you have. Commander, I think he's here.
I'm all half dead. I'm trying to beat this being half dead. See, this is the problem with checkpoints, and they don't give you the health. You know what I mean? It's kind of bad pacing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just suck and I shouldn't suck this bad, and then it wouldn't be that big of an issue. Yeah, I don't know, man. This game's pretty hard considering what they want you to do. Okay. Did you see that? That was like super hard. Their stupid wobble is just what makes it super hard too. They're not just a straight walk at you, they all stumble and wobble. So when you're trying to shoot, you know, you miss them when you're aiming, because right as you shoot, they dodge that little bullet by that little bit. And the problem stupid about that. Yeah, you gotta use those barrels too.
For all our sakes, I hope that intel is useful. Hurry back. All hell has broken loose here.
Mission complete. Oh my God. That took me 41 minutes. Even with all the deaths, I suppose that wasn't as long as I thought. Boy, continue.
We came under attack almost as soon as the Dead Hunter left. This was no mindless assault, though. The Dead attacked in waves, trying to overwhelm our defenses, probing for weakness before falling back. That could only mean one thing. They were being led by a commander, a creature capable of strategic planning, of using its rotting ranks like a real soldier. The idea doesn't bear thinking about. Hervolf marshaled our meager forces, trying to repel the attack long enough for the remaining survivors to evacuate. But we needed the Dead Hunter. Oh, you made it back, and not a moment too soon.
The documents you have recovered must return here in one piece. We are barely holding our own. Undead are pouring into camp from every side.
Really?
We were overrun and had to fall back. We're evacuating citizens on the far side of the camp. It's imperative that you deliver the intel to us. Make your way inside the camp and clear a path to our location.
Upgrade kit. Ooh, I got an upgrade kit. Let's see. Extend magazine, damage, reserve ammo, endurance. Oh, reserve. Oh, look at what they do. Okay, so I've never gotten a chance to upgrade a weapon. So let's see what this one is. I have one upgrade kit. So this, it allows you extended mag, damage, reserve ammo, and handling. Reduces recoil. Oh my God. No wonder why it's so hard at the beginning, because as you upgrade these weapons, they become more dominant. So it makes sense, I guess. That's why you shouldn't be doing reviews until you've played enough of a game to know exactly how it's laid out. Man, what do you do? I think I'm gonna upgrade this one. Reserve ammo. For M1 ammo, you have one available, yes. Reserve ammo. So now, I'm done. I have no more upgrade kits. So let's see how much more ammo I can carry. Yeah. Yeah, it allows you to carry a whole nother clip. That's nice. That is nice. You don't run out so fast. Oh yeah. That'll definitely make this game a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier when you get upgraded a little bit. Wow. There's a big difference.
First things first, you'll need to clear out any undead still around the gate.
Well, now that I have more ammo, I'm going to use the machine gun more. Close that up. Yeah, you got to fix that recoil a little bit. That recoil being fixed would sure be helpful. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of... Oh, really? What the hell is going on here? Man, those guys take a lot of ammo to kill. Those guys
You'll
with
need
these
to close the
machine
gates
guns.
once you've cleared them. The controls are up on the parapet.
Well, I'm gonna look around a little bit. Because I thought I saw one of those around here, one of those kits. Oh, maybe I was wrong. 7. I better get a bullet in here.
Finally, the perimeter's secure. Good work. I recognize that energy signature. We've got a blood seal on our hands.
A blood seal? Scheiße. Dead Hunter. This is occult magic. Only by killing enough of the Horde will you be able to break the seal.
God damn it. Stupid fucking thing.
Shouldn't linger though. It looks like the dead are rallying.
Mein Gott, Edie. You are right. There is a commander leading the dead. We must destroy him, or none of us will make it out of here alive.
I'll scan to his signature. You must break through to us. And Captain, hold them off as long as you can. We're still evacuating.
Okay, this is the other thing that's kind of irritating is it's like, how do you just give me a whole crate full of ammo for the sniper rifle? You know what I mean? Every crate should have every type of weapon ammo if you're going to have ammo. Not, oh, sorry, this part we want you to just use that, so we're only going to let you have that. Well, that's stupid because now I have no handgun bullets, but 7 of them. You know? So that's kind of a stupid thing about this game. You know, it shouldn't be like that. You should have yeah, see, here you go. Looks like I'm gonna have to come up here.
What did you do?
Oh, what the hell? How did you? How's that work? Huh. Oh shit. Huh.
The dead are backing off. Please don't do that again, Dead Hunter.
Huh. Well, at least the mobs with the machine guns start dropping stuff so that you're not totally bumming on your stuff, on your ammo. But yeah, those dudes were coming up. Man. Really? Let's go here. Well, that's nice. Up over there. Huh.
located the commander. Head through the bunker. Dead Hunter, now's your chance to end this.
Be careful, mein Freund. That bunker is crawling with the dead.
Well, let me do a little search and see if there's any gear. What do I got? I got a health. Oh, there's a grenade right there. I want that grenade. I don't want to watch you blow up. That's so funny. Whoa! Those dudes moved quick. Damn. Those dudes moved quick. Waste of a grenade. Really? I got hurt by that. Oh, what the hell? I had one. You guys saw that? How does that work? Man. The fucking stupid fucking controls. Motherfuckers are there? Yeah, I mean, fucking hey, dude. You got enough fucking zombies? Okay, that shit's irritating. That's irritating too, you know what I mean? You want to try and grab your gun, but then it's grabbing that stupid shit.
You must eliminate this commander, Death Hunter, or all is lost. Time your attacks carefully. Attack when his defenses are down. Alba. The dead are falling back.
Oh.
Make your way to Edie, Dead Hunter. She needs to examine the papers you found at Bechenwald.
That is some work, dude. Holy moly. That is some work.
With their commander sent back to hell, we had a brief respite from the dead. Enough time, at least, for Herr Wolf to analyze the intel the Dead Hunter had brought back. Translating the documents revealed 4 key locations around Nuremberg. The closest was a frozen excavation site in the hills around the city, linked by tunnels to the very garrison the Dead Hunter had returned from. The place brought back painful memories for Herr Wolf. But still, we agreed that it was the best spot to start our search. We knew it would hold secrets, but none of us were prepared for what we found there. The intel you recovered points us to this dig site. Whatever the Nazis uncovered here, it's got the attention of the dead. Get in and find out exactly what they found. Our scouts have reported increased activity around the frozen lake not far ahead.
Time to get in and see what those fiends are planning.
Alright, well, I think I'm going to call it here, because that's pretty intense what I just did, and I don't know how much I've been playing or how long this has been. So I think this version is probably a little bit longer than I want it to be, but I couldn't tell where the end of the first chapter was, or if I'm still playing, or if I just beat it, and now this is the second board, or if I'm on the third board. I really don't know. But my headset's starting to die because it does have the haptics, it has audio haptics in it, and I didn't mention that earlier. That's the difference between the native haptics, that this headset from Razer uses audio haptics, but when you have it on, there's 3 settings, and when you have it on one of the higher settings, so you feel the haptics more, it dies faster. And it's for about the last 30 minutes or so been telling me that it's gonna die, and so I don't want to die without sound or without the mic. So you can turn off the rumble or turn it down, and the battery will last longer, because the battery lasts like a day if it doesn't have any rumble on. But if you turn the rumble on, depending on how strong, it only lasts up to 3-4 hours if you have it on the strongest setting. But at any rate, I will have to say that this game is a challenge playing with the treadmill. The haptics are cool. The kind of effects that they have with the native haptics, I have to say, is cool. The gunplay is fine. I don't have a problem with the actual mechanics of the gunplay. Some of the grabbing is kind of stupid, as you can see, where you're trying to grab something and then it grabs something else if you're nearby it. That's a little irritating. Not being able to change my gun from the which shoulder I want what gun on is also something that I don't like very much. Outside of that, yeah, you know, as you upgrade your weapons, you probably will be able to have more, be able to play with more one style, you know. And one of the things that seems to be nicer as I got further in that I noticed they didn't do a lot at the beginning, was it started to drop more stuff, started to drop more health, started to drop more ammo, the guys with the machine guns, so that you could get ammo as you're running around. Because yeah, you really can't sit still in this. There's just sitting still is not this type of game. You've got to be kind of moving constantly. You can get a little bit of sitting still. You know, you can corridor stuff and throw down one of those mines, but you know, to try and help. But you know, they throw guys coming from behind you. So what I'm thinking, ultimately, this game, ultimately, is probably the best. And I know that a lot of reviewers have said this. It's probably the most fun and the best when you're playing with a buddy and you can do co-op, because then you can kind of strategize and say, okay, you cover this side, you cover behind me, and then nobody's getting overwhelmed. Hopefully you're able to take everybody. When you've got to worry about all different directions and different types and picking up ammo and trying to reload, whether you're using a Gunstock or not. And I know my Gunstock made it slightly a little bit more difficult, because when you're running around and you're all scurrying and it's crazy, trying to reload and get it all, it can be a little bit crazy. But for the most part, I did pretty good. And at the end of the day, in real life, if you're getting chased by a bunch of zombies and you're trying to reload your gun, how good are you going to be doing it? You know, in the middle of some kind of battle zone in the field, when you're doing that, how accurate and good are you going to really be? You know what I mean? You're not going to be like you are on some you know, video game where you can sit in your couch. You know what I mean? You're not going to have it that nice. You know, it's going to be chaotic and you're going to have nerves going. So I don't mind it. You know, does make it more difficult. I will say that. Playing the way I was playing does make it more difficult. The haptics don't make it more difficult. They probably help because you can feel the shots and feel when you're getting hit. But the treadmill definitely makes it more of a challenge. And if you are not in shape, you get tired quick. And I'm not the most in shape. I'm also not in the worst shape. But I tell you, it's a workout. But man, it's definitely enjoyable when you're doing it. You know, so I look forward to more playing this. But my initial take on this game is that it's fun overall. It can be a little frustrating. I do hear the other reviewers saying that it does get to be a little overwhelming after a while with mob after mob after mob. I wish they would do it kind of a little bit more like Arizona Sunshine. So as you go through the board, you got your straggler mobs, you kill them here and there. You know, some areas might have 4 or 5, some might have 2, 1, whatever. And then every once in a while you have like your big mob, where it just seems like here it's just a constant flow. And you can't ever just sit back and relax. And maybe that's what they're going for. But man, it's on a treadmill, it's work. So anybody who watches this that owns a treadmill, just understand that you're going to be working. But if you have a treadmill and you use it a lot, that's probably not an issue for you. Anybody with the Gunstock, yeah, it does change it, but it's super fun when you're blasting them with the Gunstock. And I'll tell you, the sniping when I was that last little part when I was in the corridor and I put the mine in the door and I was able to snipe them, you can see how when I first was using, from the beginning of this video, when I first was using the sniper rifle, how clunky and slow I am to how much better I got at the reloading. One of the goofy things is, and I didn't notice it so much in Sniper Elite VR when I did the video. Granted, I only played the first board, and that's a little bit more slow paced. You can stand behind something, cover, and start shooting guys, where this, you got zombies rushing you. So kind of different when you're using the sniper. But in that one, I didn't notice or have as much goofiness with it. Sometimes, because what I want to do when I reload is I want to right-hand reload. And if you noticed, sometimes the gun would drop because my hand wasn't grabbing it. Well, part of it was because my hands weren't far apart, which is what the sniper mode kind of does. And I will go over a sniper mode a little bit. I have a video that I'm going to be doing where I'm at the gun range, and I'm going to do it at the gun range in Crossfire Sierra Squad, because that gun range is pretty open, has a lot of stuff, a lot of guns to show right off the bat. You can reset it pretty easy. So that's a good one to go over all the different modes in this gun and the different features and the different things that you can do. But I probably want to have it maybe a little bit back, but then because you use the other 2 guns, you might not want it so far back. But that's what you have to do to kind of play around with what's the best setup for this type of a game, where you're going to be using your handgun, you're going to be using everything. You're not going to be using just one or the other. You're going to be forced to, because you're going to run out of ammo and you're going to be forced to use the other. Clearly, you've seen it happen to me. Run out of this one, run out of ammo. There's one point where I was just down to sniper ammo and I didn't have anything else, and you're just running, turning, trying to load real quick, and bolt action loading when you're getting rushed, whew, it is crazy. So overall, I would say the game is good. Is it a 10? No. Is it a 9? No. Maybe it borders on an 8, but I'd say it's a solid 7, maybe a 7.5. If they fixed a couple of the things, I would say, like if you could swap which shoulder you wanted, I would give it a little bit better score. If the grabbing stuff wasn't so finicky, you know, I think they could do a little bit more with the belt. I would like to have the belt come forward a little bit, you know, not be so tight in. I'd like to be able to move the belt out a little bit like some other games allow you to do. Just some of those minor things. Otherwise, the treadmill walking around, it's fine. You know, I've only been using this 6 months. I only have about 28, 29 kilometers on it myself. So I haven't even used it a lot compared to like how much you can use it. You know, I'm like at 50,000 steps, and I don't know how accurate it tracks those. I think it's a little goofy personally, but so I haven't used it a lot. So you saw me slip when I was trying to run and get away, and that's part of it. But boy, I tell you, it's an interesting game, and I've never played this series before. But I would say if you like shooters and you're looking for a new game, and you have any of the gear that I have on, I'd say give it a try with it. Definitely wear the haptics if you got haptics. You know, if you're too lazy and you don't want to run around like I was, sweating your butt off, don't use the treadmill, because you are going to work on this game in the treadmill. In all games, really, you are going to sweat and you're going to get a workout. But I guess the way I look at it is I'd rather get a workout playing a video game like this than go to a gym and do some bench pressing or running around a track. You know, weight training's a different animal. I'm not going to rip weight training, because this is more like running around a track than weight training. They each have their purpose. But this is much more fun exercise to me than, you know, just going out and running across the street or down the road or whatever you're doing. So I enjoy it. Anyways, let's see. Right before I sign off, let's go look at... Oh, can't I walk? What's going on? It's not letting me walk? There we go. Alright. What? Can I go up here? Oh, here you go. Upgrade kits. Now, let's see. Upgrade. Oh, so you can only... Reserve ammo. Okay. So it looks like you can only upgrade these, each one of these once. So an extended magazine gives you 20. So plus 20. So now what the hell? I lose my hand. Yeah, 50 and 90. So can I? Oh yeah, see? Look at that. So now I can carry 200 rounds. So now I have an extended mag on my machine gun, and I can carry an extra mag, and they're 50 round mags. So yeah, just those two upgrades makes that machine gun way, way cooler. Way, way cooler. But I think my joystick is about to be died here. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this video and this review, and I will have a screen with a little more synopsis of the whole thing, and I will timestamp stuff because this seems like it turned into kind of a long video, so that if you want you can skip through stuff at different points. But I don't really want to show any more because I don't want to be the spoiler on a new game. If this game was 3 or 4 years old, I might not worry about going all the way through for people, but I don't want to be the spoiler guy. I'll let everybody else do that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this gives you some insight into using this kind of gear with this game. Even though this game wasn't necessarily set up to be used with this gear, it is definitely set up to be used as a free-floating hand, which makes sense considering that's what most people have. Not as many people have a Gunstock. But it works, it's fun, it lines up well, at least with my VR GS1 Elite, and I'm sure my other two Gunstocks be the same because they're in the same frame and chassis. But until the next time, everybody, have fun gaming.